Welcome to day 9 of our 30-day challenge. And today it's about standards or non-negotiables. And every single day is probably going to be about the same thing. Every single day is going to be something that's tied to growth, standards, non-negotiable. And so they all kind of relate to each other. One of the other days, a few days ago, someone in our Kingdom Builder group shared that their morning has been transformed by journaling. And journaling has now become a standard. It's become a non-negotiable. And when he mentioned it, I thought to myself, he talked about the benefits and how it completely changed his day, the trajectory of how he sees the day, and just everything in the day. And I did it myself because I've got a journal that I use, but actually writing down the questions, writing down the answers, and it took me all of 8 minutes. And so it dawned on me, like, 8 minutes to change the entire trajectory of your day. But most people won't do it. What else are we calling or making excuses for? Okay, so if it only takes 8 minutes, and we know this, we've timed it, where else in life are you missing out because your standards haven't gotten to the point where they need to be? And it made me realize the battle is not time, because we got the time. We can find 8 minutes. Most people, they scroll, they react, they worry, they watch TV, they find some way to numb themselves or distract themselves from reality. And so 8 minutes is not the issue. The deeper issue is identity. It's not time management. It's identity. And identity in the sense of, have you accepted who you are? Because there's a version of you that will not tolerate certain levels of mediocrity. And having the awareness of that to see when the resistance shows up is very, very important. Because you can say to yourself, I'll wake up at 6 a.m. It's very different than saying to yourself, I am the person who wakes up at 6 a.m. One leaves room, the other says, this is our standard. And so, why do we do this? And I think sometimes we avoid those things that help us because they force us to slow down and confront ourselves honestly. Journaling does something to you that creates a level of awareness. It requires patience. And that creates responsibility. And responsibility is uncomfortable. Responsibility requires that you change. You shift things around. Instead of that 2-minute scroll, now you got a journal. And that change is a threat to your current identity. And so it's easier to say, I don't have time, than to just admit, I know this is going to help me, but a part of me is still resisting becoming that person. And that's normal. Because remember, the current identity is going to fight to protect that version, because you fought to become that version. And so going into a new version that's uncomfortable is not going to be an easy thing. So 8 minutes of intentional thought can interrupt hours of unconscious living. 8 minutes of alignment in the morning, 8 minutes of journaling can change the direction of your entire day, decisions, emotions. He said that he doesn't react to certain things as he used to. And 8 minutes can stop you from operating on autopilot. So the issue is not whether small actions matter. We've talked about this time and time again. The issue is whether we truly believe that these small actions are powerful enough to transform our lives. We wait for the big moments, we wait for the breakthroughs, but we ignore Those little things, the daily practices. So what standard are you going to create today? Because transformation is not going to be built in those big, massive moments. It's built by the repeated moments of alignment. And they seem little at first. So what habits are you calling small that actually have the power to change your entire life if you repeated them consistently? That's what today's about. Think about that. Think about the one habit. Think about the one challenge, the one goal. If you stay consistent for 30 days, 90 days, a year, what would that look like?